Hello everyone, this is my first video, my introduction video to my new YouTube channel called Voilà, aka Brigitte. I'm not going to talk too long for this introduction. So, as it says, my name is Brigitte or Bridge, whatever rocks your boat. Yeah, well, just newly unemployed. Um, I've been watching a lot of YouTube, don't watch regular television anymore, come across different kinds of communities that I really like. About a year ago, I came across a YouTube channel called Growing Up in Scientology. It's owned by Aaron Smith Levin. He's an ex Scientology guy who left the Church of Scientology. So, in between, need to say that I'm very rarely gonna call it the Church of Scientology because it's not a church. They don't have any kind of religion. They don't do religious services. For me, like for many others, it's a cult. In French, c'est une secte. In German, es ist eine Sekte. And in Italian, I forgot how to say it. It will come with time. Anyway, so I came into the watching a little bit what he had to say, and really what made me being interested about Scientology is about the program that was at the time it was here in the UK on Sky, and it was called um, the aftermath. You see, I can't even pronounce it. And anyway, um, and that was run by the actress Leah Remini. So if the name doesn't tell you anything, she was mainly known as the lead actress in the series The King of Queens. Perhaps that will tell you a bit more. Anyway, she left Scientology and then she created this series, and it was all ex Scientologists telling their stories, how they left, and it depended on what kind of rank or position they had within the cult. Um, they actually had to flee. So, and that was about it. That's all I knew. 30 years ago, when I came freshly to London to learn proper English, not that I didn't know English, but I couldn't write it properly, etc. So I came to London for about 6 or 7 months, went to school, had the time of my life, met amazing people. And with my friend Jean Paul, we walked down Tottenham Court Road and we were stopped. Do you want to take a personality test? Come on. I was in my early 20s and I'm like, ooh, personality test. I had never heard of Scientology before. Never. My friend Jean Paul said, it's a cult. No, no. Oh, come on. We have nothing to do for the next hour. Come on, let's do a personality test. Now, I have to say something else is that I'm a person of small stature. Okay, so that means I have a condition of dwarfism. So I'm not very tall. I'm about 4'5". My friend Jean Paul, 6 foot, something like that. I don't know these feet, but around 6 foot, perhaps taller. And I said, "Come on." He says, "Oh well, okay." So we did the test, both of us. Look, we answered the question how we could. Our English was not exactly our forte. We hadn't been in London very long yet, so but we did it. And they said, "Watch a video, and then we'll come back to you with your results." Okay. And when we were watching the video, my friend Jean Paul said in French to me, he says, I told you so. And I said, yeah, it looks like it. Can we leave? He says, well, it doesn't look like it. So we finished watching this video with L. Ron Hubbard talking. I had no clue what he was talking about, which was a good thing, right? Okay, the film was finished. They came back with the result. Jean Paul's results were amazing. He had no problems, best guy in the world. And obviously, I'm a small person, so I have all the problems in the world, right? And that was it. And I did the mistake to buy the book to this day, but that was about 30 plus years ago. I'm not going to say exactly how many 30 years, but and I gave them my address, but in London, which is a good thing. I didn't give him the address where I lived in Switzerland. So that was a good thing. So I did get a lot of mail, but you know, I discarded it because we had fun, we went to school, that was more interesting and important. To this day, I don't know what happened to the book. I never read it, so I don't know what's in that Dynetics book. So that's a good sign as well. So that's my story about Scientology, what happened to me so many years ago. Now, and that was it. Yeah. Um, and then I remember about, I don't know, I've been 25 years in the UK now, so a bit more than 27, 28 years ago. Something happened in Switzerland just before Christmas, if I remember well. So it was December. It happened in Switzerland, a place in France, and in the States or in Canada. I can't remember if it was the US or Canada, one of the two. Um, that was another cult. It was not Scientology. But I was always fascinated since that day about all these cults and what brings these people to get into it, etc. But that was the cult of the sun something. I can't remember the name, but it was extremely shocking because I can't remember, about 20, 25 people committed suicide at the same time in Switzerland, in France, uh, in Canada or US or even both. And that was extremely shocking. But for Switzerland, that was really shocking because this was something that we never heard before. So that made me being really interested. And yeah, so when the Aftermath series came out, I watched that. It was brilliantly done, I have to say. um I bought Leah Remini's book. I bought Mike Rinder's book. Mike Rinder was the other ex Scientology who left um, the cult of Scientology, and but I've never heard of him before I watched that series. And then nothing happened in my life that I was watching anything else. And then, like I said, about a year or so ago, I started watching more YouTube stuff. Actually, no, more than a year. Uh, it started in the middle of the pandemic. Um, and that's how I came across Aaron's channel called, sorry, I'm repeating myself, but I'm not going to redo this video. So I'm trying to be as fast as possible because I talk a lot. Growing up in Scientology. And I started hearing things that I was really surprised because I didn't expect it. So uh, what happened was they were talking about trafficking, people trafficking, children auditing adults, and these are all stuff we're going to get into it in different other videos. And if I'm not covering it. I will let you know which channel, which person to, oh, yeah, who to watch, who will explain it much better, and who used to be in the cold, so they can explain it better than I do, because I still don't understand everything properly. But anyway, so where was I going with this? Yes, sorry, I'm a bit nervous as well, but anyway, um so I was surprised because that was something I never heard about Scientology. So I started seeing that there were other people talking about Scientology on YouTube and other channels, and then suddenly they started protesting in Los Angeles, and Los Angeles has many buildings that are owned by Scientology. So you have the big blue building, you have the test center, you have the celebrity center. I mean, and then you have also Clearwater in Florida, which is practically empty because most of the buildings belong to Scientology, but these buildings are empty. This town is like a ghost town. There's hardly anything you can do down there because no restaurants. I think, if I remember well, from a few months ago, there's one bar that seems to be running or working, but everything else is Scientology, Scientology. Whatever belongs to them, you can't trespass. I mean, and that's when then you realize, watching those different channels in different places, um, the police department seems to be in cahoot with with Scientology. I don't understand this, but anyway. So, a breather, because I don't know where I'm going at now anymore. I did write everything down, but I left it in my office. So, sorry. So anyway, now they have the protests in LA have started to be really good, and you have a guy called Streets LA. So everyone calls him Streets, but it's only because he has two different YouTube channels. One is called Film the Police LA, and the other one is Scientology Streets LA. He knows the legal things very well. He knows what the cops has to do or not to do. Um, and somehow one of the Scientology around the test center on Hollywood Boulevard pissed him off. Sorry for the US guys. Pissed off in Britain is being pissed in the US. So and he started this protesting stuff around the test center in LA, and then other people started coming, and um, it's quite amazing. I will make a different video where I will tell you about the different protesters that um, are not ex Scientologists, and I will add the ones that are ex Scientologists that either are in LA and protesting as well, including the ones that are in other countries or other states in the US. My main goal at the moment is this month is to follow what's happening in LA. So they are actually camping in front of the big blue building. I will go into it a bit more deeply and why, etc., in another video. So I have to work a lot for all this, but so that you understand. And in the background, until I can actually create my first video about it, I would like to concentrate a little bit more about Scientology For example, in my country, in Switzerland, um, so I already have two contacts. I still need to talk to them. Um, Germany and Austria. Then France. France is quite interesting in my eyes. I watch quite a few documentaries on YouTube, obviously in French, but French is my mother tongue, so no problem for me. So France um, doesn't accept Scientology as a religion nor a church. It is classed as a cult. Now, good. You would say, yeah, I would say so too. But was it in April? March, April? Scientology opened a brand new building. I don't get it. Very near to Stade de France in Paris. So I don't understand that. So I'm gonna get more into that as well, and try to figure certain things out. Um, but that will take time. I need to see if I can find people who reply to me, want to talk to me. And what I really would like to try with the contacts I have in Switzerland is also to figure out if we can get more ex Scientologists to come out of the woodwork and speak out. I have read interviews, so I'm in newspaper interviews of ex Scientologists, but who have not given their names out, who are scared. And now, come on, we're in the 21st century. Now we need people in every country around the world to come out, speak out. No one will do anything to you. And there are two foundations that can help anyone who are still in the cult. If they want to leave, they can go to these two foundations and ask for financial help to get them going, right? So, okay, I'm at 17 minutes, so I told myself I'm not doing longer than 30 minutes. So that's gonna be my goal with this channel. I have other interests, obviously. Not everyone likes my interest, but I have this one keeping me company and two dogs, which one one day you will see them on the screen. Um, and until I got made redundant earlier this year, I worked really, really hard. I work from home, and now I'm like on the other side. I'm doing nothing, and I'm a bit lazy at the moment. But I've not been well. I had huge abscess, and it affected my ear, my eyes, my sinus. It was really horrible. I mean, Elephant Man looked better than I did. So I'm getting better, and I thought creating this channel will help me get back on my feet and perhaps to finally be part of this community. And I think I checked that out, and I will talk about that website as well. It's called sptv.space, and you can see all the channels that are either channels that are supporting the cause. Um, just look by states in the US, by country. Go and check it out. You can see who is live right now. So at the moment, there are 203 channels that have been added. It's run by Fluffer Fluffer Squirrel UK, and she is amazing. She put this together with someone else. I can't remember the name, but I will tell the name next time. I promise. And she's my very first subscriber on my channel already without having a video on. So now, um, if you're interested of what I'm saying, oh, I forgot my other interest. So you might think, but I hardly have any drama here, so I need to feed drama from somewhere else. So I do like the Real Housewives, etc. I have my opinions on everyone and my favorite people. Um, I also like the Below Decks ones. They are quite interesting as well and funny. Um, I will start. I mean, oh, then there's The Curse of Oak Island and The Secret of Skinwalker Ranch. Skinwalker Ranch fifth season started about 4 or 5 weeks ago. As I'm in the UK, I haven't watched anything yet because I can't get it yet here. I can't even download it yet. No one has uploaded it anywhere yet. So I'm patiently waiting for that. Um, Oak Island, I've been watching it for years and they still haven't found a treasure, but it's still the technology that we have now and what they're using. It's quite amazing. And they have found stuff, but there's still a secret around that island. So my money is on the Templars, the Knight Templars, sorry. So these are a few of my interests. With time, I might add stuff. But for now, because it's June and because this protest is going on in LA, I'm going to concentrate on that. And then make videos if I see something. I'm. We have a channel. Well, there is a channel called Scientology, Growing Up in a Cult from Natalie Webster, and she does her videos on a daily basis, which is a recap of the protests around um, the US, other countries like Australia as well. Um, so I don't want to replicate what she's doing, but if I have an opinion on something where I believe in what I'm thinking, I will probably create a short video and that's it. So I am a bit of a perfectionist, so it takes me a bit time. I created everything for my channel. I'm not savvy in that thing, even though I worked in IT for over 30 years, but this is all new for me. So I'm testing different kinds of software to edit videos, recording, Anyway, so um, I will try to be less perfectionist and have more videos coming. And every time you see a video, you love what you hear, or you agree, or you don't agree. This is something I'm going to have to learn as well at my age, is to accept other people's opinions. The only thing I'm going to say is, and everyone is saying it on their channels, but if you comment, I will always respect everyone's opinion, respect people. Please stay respectful as well. Look, I do say swear words as well. It might come out of my mouth once in a while, but can we keep it clean? Can we be nice to each other? Look around the world. We have already two wars going in two different countries. We don't need, in two different parts of the world. We don't need more. And I know it's easy to hide behind the keyboard, but please, I really would like to have a nice channel. And when I manage to get 500 subscribers and finally can go live, then I want the chat to run smoothly as well. So I have another 5 minutes and then that's it. And then I'm happy that I managed to do that for a half an hour and not longer. So that's one thing. And the other thing is, please, to help me start my channel up, is Can you like the videos? Don't even watch it, just like it if you don't want to watch it, but it will help me. And subscribe to my channel. Subscribing is just a click on a button and it doesn't cost you anything. So, thank you very much. I hope I've said a lot. I will also, that is something else I forgot to mention. Um, I will also try to get a little bit more awareness out about dwarfism. And the reason is that our community is quite quiet. We don't complain a lot, and we have to adapt to a world that hasn't been designed to us. So I will come back later in the year with some stuff like that to make you aware. And October, like for many other good causes, October is Dwarfism Awareness Month. So we will get more into that in October. So for now, I say thank you for listening to me for half an hour. If you haven't listened for the half an hour, I don't blame you, but that's my intro. Thank you very much, and hopefully, I'll see you back on my new channel. Et voilà!